Well, hello there. I'm moving. This is second to last day. I graduate from college tomorrow and I'm freaking out. Hey, what up you guys, your girl Talana, and welcome back. Today, we are graduating. Not in this video. It'll be up next week, don't worry. I kind of wanted to run through this semester and kind of some of my thoughts because I have a lot of them. Let's get going. So, I'm a senior for now, not just fucking kidding.
I was a senior.
At the University of Arizona, I am a psychology major and a criminology minor. The last time I get to fucking say that, I'm freaking out. And I also love to know how I was feeling in a certain moment of time, especially a time such as this where it is such a big fucking deal. And everyone thinks I should be excited to graduate college, but I'm not. This is my apartment. I thought this apartment was really fucking awesome. I didn't want to live in dorms again because God fucking help me. I would have literally done anything I wouldn't have come back to college and I would have graduated over the summer if I had to live in the dorms again. That's why I chose an apartment, because I cannot share a room with a stranger again. I had 3 roommates. One of them I actually already knew from one of my classes. She's also a psych major, so it was kind of funny that we already knew each other. And then one of my other roommates, they were really tight, really good friends. And then the other girl, she also had a 4-month lease like I did. And the only reason I chose the Mark was that I had a 4-month lease because I'm graduating in December. Hi, I can't pay for an entire year and I don't want to stay in Tucson longer than I wanted, except I kind of do now, but we don't know. I love this apartment. It's pretty expensive, but literally the only reason is because it's cheaper to do a 4-month lease than to do a year long and then be stuck in it. So in the end, I'm saving money. Okay, so I have a list of things that I kind of want to talk about and take what you will as advice, fellow college goers, or just kind of listen to me rant about what is going on in my life. I did college in 2.5 years, which is
kind of psychotic when you think about it.
Because I'm 20 and I will graduate college without being able to take a legal sip of alcohol. I think that if you can't drink, you can't graduate. I think that should be the rule, because there's no way my fetus self should be able to go out into the world and be an adult now. There's no way. Anywho, I did entire year last year online. My first year was just utter fucking chaos. I started in the Yuma dorm, had beef with my roommate and friend group, decided I wanted to start over. Then I moved to the Gila dorm, where I lived for a rocking 5 days because my roommate tried to unalive me. We love roommate trauma. Anywho, so that was fun. I had to get an emergency move out and escorted by the police out. If you would like to watch the video on that, please click the fucking tag above and link down below for my psycho roommate story. And then I moved into Graham Greenlee, for which I lived for 2 months. Then COVID shut us the fuck down. Graham Greenlee was really fucking haunted. My roommate lived there for 2-3 weeks and was already planning on moving out, so I had no roommate after a while except for the ghost. That hated me. So it was kind of also my psycho roommate part 2, haunted edition. So then we got shut down, did the last 3 months online because of COVID, and then I have a high-risk family, so I did the entire next year online because I care about COVID and whatever the fuck. It was a lot. And so I really fucking hated college. Was so upset that I chose U of A. I hated Tucson. I had no fucking friends. Of course, the second that I kind of started to like it again, school got shut down. So I was very pessimistic about school. I was going home literally every weekend on the Flix bus. So great for my parents' bank account. Shout out y'all. I was really depressed. We needed that. But I had a long distance boyfriend of which I visited every other weekend. What it came down to was my living situation just being absolutely horrible at all times, and I never felt comfortable with that. My kind of thing is, if you're not feeling comfortable where you live, then fucking leave, because that is the hugest thing. If you can't come home and feel safe and comfortable where you live, then don't fucking live there. So I was pretty happy to go home. The semester that everything shut down, I was so unbelievably bored that I added 2 more classes, for which I did 21 credits in the second semester of college via pandemic, because I was so bored and I didn't know what the fuck to do. So that's how I spent my time. And then I did 19 credits both semesters last year, and now I'm doing a rocking 22. 22 credits, bitch. Do I thrive on academic validation to determine my self-worth? Maybe a little bit. We're not gonna talk about it. So it was a lot, and I was freaking out about COVID and coming back to school and being on campus, and I had the chance to graduate last summer, but I didn't do it. And so I'm very much a butterfly effect person, so for me to make a decision like that, it's such a big fucking deal to me. And I made the right decision because I have a rocking 0 friends that actually full-time live in my hometown, so I'm kind of like, I would have been so bored out of my mind I wouldn't know what to do. And also I would have literally been 19, graduating college. We don't want to fucking do that. So anywho, I'm 20 now. I was originally doing a marketing minor for which I took fucking accounting for. Fucking accounting! In which my finance major boyfriend basically fucking helped me through the entire thing. Definitely waited to break up with him until after I finished that class. I did the 2 prereqs for that minor, and guess what? I fucking dropped it, so fuck you. I did accounting for nothing. After taking those 2 classes, I'm like, I fucking hate business. This marketing minor is totally bullshit. It's literally just business classes, and they're calling it marketing. There's nothing related to marketing in it, so like,
What the fuck am I doing?
I hate this. I'm an Aries moon. I can't fucking do shit I'm not passionate about. Like, I literally am incapable of it, and I'm like, I can't do it. And so I was trying to find another minor, and that's how I settled on criminology after a while. Another thing that led me into choosing a criminology minor and stopping doing marketing was that I figured out that I would have to do the entire marketing minor in a special program all over the summer. So that's 6 classes for full fucking tuition, no scholarships applied, and your homegirl is replying on those fucking scholarships because I'm not giving a dime more to this goddamn university than I have to. So anywho, I was like, nah, I'm not down for that. I'd rather have a fucking summer, but it's like, if you're not passionate about it, you can't do it. As I'm also not passionate about the major I chose. Whatever. I've also never in my entire college career taken one class that I found to be interesting because it was online where you got dog shit choices. Even of the major options, there were only like 10 classes available online, so I literally couldn't have done any more major classes in person. I really wanted to have a class I liked, and I really wanted to have 1 semester in person at least to actually get my shit together, because I realized I'm not ready to graduate, and then some shit is just too far gone. I was already a year ahead going into it, and then just doing way too many fucking credits. I got another semester ahead, so here we are. That's my story going into it. Then we get to this semester. Basically, I was freaking out. I had like 1 solid friend and like 2 side friends that lived here, and then a bunch of acquaintances that I didn't talk to that much. So I was kind of like, oh fuck me. As the time's coming, I'm like, oh my god, I have to like make all these new friends, but then I'm also like, I don't like having relationships that I know aren't going anywhere, and I don't want to like get all these deep connections with people and then fucking leave. Like, it sucks, and like everyone now just forgets that they have friends that are long distance and like don't care about them. So I'm kind of like, oh, I don't want to have that happen and get connected to people and then nothing fucking happens, you know? Like, I don't want to like leave and have that happen. Well, bitch, that's fucking happening. So I was really worried about that going into it. I really didn't have any friends here, but I also had literally 0 at home. So I was like, well, let's take the chances because I feel like I have a better chance in college. I was very much right. First week, I went to a party, which I had never been to a party in college either because I was so fucking boring. Not that you can't be like interesting and not go to parties, but like literally I was just locked up in my room all day, me and the ghost, me and my bestie. So anyhow, I went with a friend who that night also stopped being my friend, and I met a group of girls, probably seen them in some of my videos. Shout out babes. We just started chilling. They're super sweet. So then I had like a solid group of girlfriends, and then I was like hanging out with like the 1 solid friend I had before and like all of his roommates, and I got super close with the roommates. I was very determined to start over. I like didn't want to have any of the same shit that I had going into college. Like, I wanted to like start fresh. I didn't want to have the same experience that I had the first time. That's why I was coming back. I was very determined to have any college experience where I'd actually do anything and have friends or do any, like go out and not be depressed. And literally I got like everything I wanted this semester, and literally more than I could have fucking asked for. All of my roommates are gone. 2 of them left to go home, and then the other one moved out completely, and I'm moving out completely. I actually had no fucking roommate problems this semester, which literally like means everything. And so having a solid living situation is like so important. And like, that's why I wanted to have my own room and bathroom. So it's like, it kind of eliminates like most of the problems. And like, even if you did beef, like it's just the main room that would like piss each other off. Like, but we didn't really have anything like that. So it was really like everything I wanted. Like a perfect living situation. We have a fucking roof that we can go on where you can open the window and go out, and it's the most beautiful thing ever. Go out there and take photo shoots and sunset pictures, and it's like literally my favorite part of living here is this fucking roof. I love it so much. To my knowledge, I never got COVID. I did get tested like at least once a week, usually twice, because I'm a germaphobe and I have hypochondria, and every time I get like a fucking sniffle, I'm like, oh my god, you're dying. I have never been to a frat party either. My roommate, her boyfriend is in a frat, and so she gave us wristbands like right off the bat. I would take the girls that I met at that party and we'd go to Theta Delta Chi TDX, and it was so much fucking fun. Definitely not what I expected like frat parties to be like. It's like outdoors and like really fucking fun, like DJ, whatever. I really enjoyed that. At U of A, you do need wristbands for frats, which is so fucking stupid to kind of make it like elite and like be like, ah, cool people only in the frat, like whatever, like, And so that was always like not super fun to try to go to a frat because you would always need wristbands. And so I did have hookups like for wristbands, but it's still like a dumb idea, you know? Like I'll be like, yes, I am fortunate to get one. Although the system itself is fucking stupid. For the first like 2 months, we went to like apartment parties at this one apartment, like every single weekend. It was so much fun. Oh, I was a preceptor this semester, which preceptor is not a TA. It's a student that has taken the class before. Usually they'll just sit in the class and then they'll have like office hours if you want to go get help from someone that took the class already, and they can tell you like how to pass it. So I was doing that. However, for the class that I was teaching, because
yes, I had to teach it.
basically it was on Zoom, so I'd have to teach a breakout room of students, everything. And like the professor would talk for the first few minutes and then she'd send us into breakout rooms. And so me and my co-preceptor, we would have to teach all these students the entire course. I was really like debating doing it for a long time because I'm like, due to COVID, I have nothing on my resume. I'm speed running college, so I have absolutely nothing in it. And I was considering going to graduate school for counseling at ASU for like the longest time. That was like my plan. I was debating it up until like the last minute when classes started, and I was like, fuck it. It can't hurt to try it, you know, we'll see how it goes. And so I decided that I wanted to do it. I was nervous because I love the teacher. I love her. I love her. Girlie, if you see this, it is a joke. And if anyone in the class, any of my other preceptors, this is a joke. I did not read anything. I did not read one thing for the class. And to teach it when you have no knowledge on it is like super fucking weird. It's teaching experience in my field. The class is spirituality, psychology, and the mind. Basically is looking at religion from psychologists' perspectives. So it's like, what does Freud think about all these religious things like free will and religion and other things? My lack of knowledge on this class went out the window the second the last day occurred. My co-preceptor was super sweet. My students were awesome. It gave me good experience, and I can get a letter of rec whenever I want from the teacher. Did at some point decide I'm not going to graduate school though. Thanksgiving, I thought it'd be fun to like let everyone know, hi girlies, we're not going to graduate school. Do I know what I'm doing instead? Fuck no. I graduate in 1 month. That was the conversation. I had to take a 10-week professional course called the teaching team. One of the assignments is to make a really good resume, and then non-preceptors have to make cover letters and like personal statements, practice interviews and giving presentations and all this stuff, and it's supposed to give you like professional tools to be a better teacher. Oh my god. You want to talk boys?
Let's talk boys.
Because this semester's been a lot. So where the fuck is my Diet Coke? This semester, first week, go to the party with the dude that was one of my closest friends. Decides to tell me that he only ever wanted to be friends with me because he wanted to hook up. I'm not a hookup person. If you are, good for you. I kind of find that offensive to be like, the only reason we were friends in the first place for the past 2.5 years was so I could put my... Anywho, we are no longer friends because that kind of jaded the friendship a bit. And then I had another one of my closest friends decide to do the same thing 1 week later. I was so pessimistic about boys after this. I'm like, every single guy is a total piece of shit and they're all absolute horn dogs and I don't trust any of them. Do I want to tell this story? It's kind of a funny story.
But it makes me look like a bad person.
was like the boy drama for the first half of my semester. Then we get to the second half because, again, swore off boys, not fucking dating. Any man that looks at me, I might as well bark in your face and tell you to fuck off. Until, if you guys followed me for a while, I swore off dating for a year. It's been 2 years, right? It's been a moment. I had no suitors that were interesting to me. I was kind of like not looking for anything. And then at the end of October, I was like, you know what? I think I'm ready for a relationship. I don't have anyone that I'm considering, but I think I'm more open to the idea now. I think I could handle it. I think I could do it. Literally 3 hours later, I meet the sweetest guy at a fucking party. We totally hit it off. He got along with all my friends. I got along with all of his friends. It was a total vibe. Me and the household of boys that I'm friends with, they started doing bonfires every weekend. So we invited them to the bonfire we're doing next day. This is all Halloween weekends. We met on Thursday, came to the bonfire on Friday, invited him to a party on Saturday, and then invited him out on Sunday. I'll be drawn to your energy, you know, and it kind of gives you a better chance, I guess. A month later, we start dating. Life update. I have a boyfriend now. So yeah, it's kind of fucking crazy because I'm moving. This happened exactly last time. When I graduated high school, I started dating my long distance boyfriend the day after graduation. And then we dated for a year. So I'm starting this one earlier where it's 3 weeks before I move. It's an interesting series of cosmic events. And I'm very much like, oh, it's the right person, wrong time bullshit. I don't believe in that. I think if you actually like someone, you can make it work. So like, fucking do your shit. I'm not scared of like long distance and all that. It's not always fun. So I'm graduating tomorrow and I kind of want to say how I'm feeling. I'm feeling overwhelmed. I had like the biggest mental breakdown I've had in like so fucking long, like a few days ago, and I cried for like 2 hours straight just about missing people and all this shit, and it was like I was so upset. And now I'm feeling like that numbness where you're like, oh, I have something big coming up. I already had my mental breakdown and I got to get through it, and then once it's over, then I can have another one and then we'll be chilling. So I'm overwhelmed. I don't really know what the fuck I'm doing. I'm not super excited about the major that I chose, and I definitely decided there's no way in hell I'm doing any career within my major, which is so stupid as a senior to realize. I'm not going to grad school. Can't do it. Not passionate about it. I don't want to be a therapist anymore because of COVID, and I don't want to talk about COVID trauma forever and ever and ever now. I just don't want to fucking do it. So I just decided that I'm not doing that, but I didn't have like a replacement. I have a friend and she would have lots of parties with all of her friends that are all in the honors program. I'm not in the honors program because I don't believe in the extra stress of that, but had so many revelations at this house. Like actually all of my revelations I've had this semester have been in that house. So I decided that I want to be an EMT, or I've like wanted to do that for a while. I thought it'd be like a good skill to have and good training to have. And I've always been interested in medical shit. So I was like, oh, it's like a chance to like get a taste at that and see if I like it. That takes 4 months for the certification. So I'm going to be doing that next semester. When I went to this girl's house, I kind of started talking to people, and I kind of heard about PA school, which would be a physician's assistant, which is basically a doctor, but less liability and more specialties, and overall sounds like a much better gig with no fucking med school, no MCAT, and lots of money saved. Been lightly considering it, we'll see. For that, you need 1 year of like hands-on patient care. An EMT would be under that technically. I already wanted to be an EMT, but if I do that, then I would be able to get into PA school. My plan is to just become an EMT all next semester and then kind of just fuck around, try it out, do whatever in the meantime. And then once I have that, I can literally go anywhere I want to be an EMT. So I could move if I so desperately wanted to. We'll see though. Until then I will be living at home, which no fucking shame in it. Everyone's fucking living at home now and has been for the past like 2 years because of COVID. So we have no long-term plans in this household. So yeah, that's kind of the gist of what's going on. My kind of recap of the semester. It's been a fucking lot. I am very sad to leave because I do have really good friends, but I do also know that one of my closest friends here is moving in 4 months. Another one is moving in like 6-ish months. And then all the freshmen are staying, you know, that I'm friends with. So it's kind of, if I were to come back in 4 months, like once I'm certified as an EMT, and if I want to do that here, like kind of the people that I want to be here will not. Or some of the people. There will be a lot of people that I still do, but like some of them won't be here. So I know it won't be the same. So it's kind of like like that quote where you're like, oh, like you're knowing that you're in like the good old days before they're even over.
Something like whatever the fuck it is.
That's kind of how I feel, where I'm like, oh yeah, like this moment that I've had, it won't ever even be close to having again, which is sad because I'm very, very happy and the thought of moving makes me very upset, but we're just gonna fucking chill. But yeah, so I'm very happy and thankful for everyone that I met here. I love you guys so much. Make sure to follow me on all my social media at Talana Jordan to see what the fuck I'm doing, and also make sure to subscribe so you get even more detailed ideas of what's going on in my life. I'll see you next week.